All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Baharuch HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and GMS who teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. The USA Shalom. This is your brother Parathon with a quick lesson after the plantation. I'm going to entitle this one, His creations have their purpose. It's simple. I'm going to bounce around, grab some precepts, Lord willing, this lesson's edifying, because we all have our purpose, man. We may not know it right away, but, upon those whom have been given the mysteries, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Israelites, we are God's chosen people that the Bible speaks of, starting with the elect, all right? The apple of the Lord's eye. We come from a legendary bloodline, man, right? The vessels of honor, if you will. And the so-called white man, all right, not the European, the French, the Australian, the Italian, and the many different names that he's shielded himself with. It's the red man the Bible speaks of, the wicked. All right, so we have our purpose. You know what? I'm gonna open up with let me grab Proverbs. We already here, but we're gonna jump to chapter 16 real quick. Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. Proverbs 16:4. Highlighted. Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart and the spirit and man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. See, we puppets, man. The Lord being the puppet master. And if you slide over to Proverbs 21 real quick. And 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. His spirit, his mind, right? In the hand of the Lord Yahweh. Him, it says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. All right, let's jump back to Proverbs 16, because it all ties together. In verse 2, all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord Yahweh weigheth the spirits. He's the father of spirits. All right, this program is bigger than us, man. His word, his will. It's verse 3, commit thy works unto the Lord Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established, right? The Lord Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. And that's the point. The wicked were created for the day of evil, right? The wicked were created to be destroyed, the vessels of dishonor. And we have no control over that. We out here merely making decisions that merely just change the destination, or change the road. I should say, Salakia. The destination doesn't change, but the roads, based on the decisions we make. Everybody has their own hell specifically designed for them, and we are either vessels of honor or vessels of dishonor. Let's jump to Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. That word accustomed. Let's grab that for edification's sake.
Strong's H 3928. Limud.
And that's the Yiddy Bop. That's the Yiddish.
Second entry. Limud.
Taught, accustomed to something, learned, instructed, right? Used. So, we are all made customary. We are creatures of habit, depending on what habits we practice. But we all are created. We have our purpose, and we have no control over that, right? What did he say to Jeremiah? And literally, we can just jump right to the first chapter. I believe it's the first chapter. Before the belly I knew thee. Yep, Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. It's the Lord speaking to Jeremiah. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. And this is what it says in the NLT. I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations. So does that sound like Jeremiah had any control or power of what he was going to be and who he was going to be and what he was going to do? No, the Father of Spirits decides what it is that we are, our tasks, our mission, and we are set out to do it. We don't even realize we're doing it. Even when we go against the grain, when we think we're going against the grain, right? His word is being fulfilled, his prophecy, because it doesn't come back out void. It doesn't come out void. Salakia. This is Romans 9 and 11. It says, for the children not being yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High Yahweh, according to the elect of Israel, Lord willing, we endure unto the end, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So it don't matter what you do, right? The elect were born, and their spirit was born and equipped with faith. And you have to be of that bloodline, baby, and have that spirit and endure unto the end. It's that simple. That's just the way it is, man. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's jump down to verse 20. Verse says, nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Against him. You know his name in the Hebrew, in Lashawan Kadash, the Holy Tongue. The Heavenly Father's name is He is, or He exists. If he was to refer to himself, it would be I'm Him, right? So who shall reply against him? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay? The Heavenly Father's the potter. We are the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. What if the Most High Yahweh, what if He, willing to show His wrath, to make His power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction? The wicked are created for the day of evil, for the day of destruction, right? That's what we just read. Verse 23, and that He might make known the riches of His glory on the vessels of mercy, or the vessels of honor, which He had afore prepared unto glory, right? Which He had predestinated, which He had appointed to before in the beginning, whom partook in the creation with Yahweh Shai. Come on, man. The wicked was made to be evil, a necessary use for this present evil world, this government. They tailor-made for destruction, man. He was made to be destroyed after his use is up, after his mission is done, right? The deceived. Let me grab that. Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and deceiver are his. So the so-called white man, Esau Edom, right, is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. The so-called white man is deceived and doing the deceiving, but he's being deceived by the spirit Satan. So we're all framed by the Heavenly Father. All right, Israel being designed for righteousness and Esau for wickedness, man. It's that simple. There's no way around it. Let's jump to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, and only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. For lawlessness is already at work secretly, and it will remain secret until the one who is holding it back steps out of the way. So it's the Lord that's letting until it's that time, which we are fastly approaching. See all this shit with rumors of war, these, prices going up, files being released. We're not going to really get into it, but it's going to cause dissension, man, and in this place to crumble from within. Let's jump this the Apocrypha. What first? Let me grab Isaiah. Like I said, I'm just going to bounce around and grab these precepts. Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. Isaiah 29 and 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he hath no understanding? Why are earth and ashes proud? The pride of Esau is ridiculous, man. He thinks that he's the most high, but the Lord is allowing him to rack up that wickedness, right? To fill that iniquity so he can justify him and moving him out the way. Right? Esau's the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. This is just the beginning when we take over, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end. Right? So the turning of things upside down is going into this perverseness. The law, statutes, and commandments he set in place, Esau altered it, man. Changing the times and the seasons. He has everybody on earth going against them, except the elect, right? Because if it be possible, he could deceive the elect, but that's not possible. We got women in power. We got the alphabet camps, adultery at an all-time high, spiritual and physical, every possible way, right? And you know, the abominable foods are made a delicacy. They're in everything, man. All right, let's jump to Sirach. And a few more precepts. It's Sirach 14 and verse 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. The envious man have a wicked eye, and he turneth away his face, and despiseth men. A covetous man, hold on. It says, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Where's my point at? He that doeth good oh man, it's been such a long day. He that doeth good, if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. What is where did I start at? Salakia, man, it's right in front of me. Salakia, Akim. Sirach 14 and 7 is the point. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. I think I skipped right over that. Or I might have read it. Salakia, man. Like I said, man, it's been a long day on the plantation. That's the point there. So if he's doing good, he's doing it unwillingly because he can't go against the grain of what he was created to do. He can't. Can a leopard change his spots? Right? We just read it. Can an Ethiopian change his skin? We're going to stay in Sirach and jump to chapter 34 and 4. It says, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? No truth can come from something that's false. Right? Anything that come out of Esau's mouth, you can never trust thine enemy, man. Sirach 12 and 10. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. In a different version. And then we jump back to chapter 33, I believe. In verse 10, it says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. So we all come from Adam, and much knowledge the Lord hath divided men, and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself, the sons of God, of whom we are descended upon. And so you Israelites, Lord willing, we endure to the end, starting with the elect. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places, the vessels of dishonor, the wicked. Verse 14, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. What is like the proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the precepts. Isaiah, this is Isaiah, what's that? Isaiah 10. Salakia. And 6. It says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. That hypocritical nation. This is spiritual Egypt. This modern day Babylon, spiritual Egypt and Nineveh, Sodom and Gomorrah. The people of his wrath, the wicked. Starting with Esau, Edom. Right? The wicked is his instrument. Let's close out with Psalms. Our beloved King David was on point. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, which is thy instrument, to chastise us and punish us, to keep us on point. The spiritual demon Satan is our sparring partner, man. He wasn't created to destroy us, the elect. Right? Lord willing that we are them. We are the first fruits. But the sharpness, man, that it put us through that furnace of adversity. Keep us on point to build us up until that day of judgment comes, man. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and uplifting. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Habakkuk. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS who teach and rule well, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Keep enduring. Akim Kwam Yasharali and Abba Ball. Shalom.